Hey, I'm Austin, the Blind Editor, and today we're going to go over saving your effects presets so that you can use them in the future. Let's check it out. This is an example of something that I might want to create a preset for, and what it is two effects together. The drop shadow follows the zoom, and so let me take you through the steps on how I created this and how we save it. So let's just start from scratch. I'll delete everything out of my timeline. Come over to my project window, grab my two photos that I'm using in this example. I'm going to zoom this in, and then I'm going to grab my silhouetted head right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the first keyframe for scale at the beginning, and then I'm going to go forward, put another keyframe, or adjust my scale, and that will put your other keyframe ahead. And so then I'm going to grab my drop shadow from the effects panel, throw that on there. This is up to your personal preference on what you like. I personally like it to be further away and softer the closer that the more zoomed in that the silhouette is. And so then I'll go back to the beginning and I'll change my keyframes so that it works. And then what we have here is it just comes out and they're together. I might ease in and ease out of these keyframes just like I typically do, and I highly recommend you do. So again, this is just kind of how the move works. And then say you wanted to use this on another video, but you don't want to recreate it all the time. So what you do is you select your drop shadow, select your motion, and when you're selecting, you're going to want to hold down Command or Control if you're on a PC. You're going to right click, and then you're going to hit Save Preset. Now, I've already saved this, but I'll take you through the steps. I called mine drop shadow and zoom. And so then you have three options down below where you have your name. You have scale, which means that it'll scale your effect to however long the clip is that you're putting it on. So say here you might have a 5-second long clip, but then in the future you might have a 10-second long clip. Well, it'll adjust it based on the length of your video. And then you have anchor in, which bases it on the clip that you specifically have it on right now, and will say that it's going to put it from, I put mine at the beginning of this one, so it will always put it at the beginning. Then anchor out, same scenario, it'll base it on where your out point is right now. So I typically go with scale so that it's kind of universal for whatever I want to use it for. Then you would hit OK. So after that, when you come to your effects, you have your presets as your top option here, and this is where all my effects presets live. So if I just type in drop shadow, I have my drop shadow and zoom right there. Now if I were to start this over from scratch, it's as easy as dropping this down, scale that up so it's where I need it to be, drop my silhouetted head on video 2, grab my effect, drop it down, and as easy as that, it's done. That's the great thing about saving your effects presets. It saves you time later down the road. It might take you a little bit to come up with some and figure out what you want to use, and I'll get into some other things that you can do when saving presets. When it comes to transitions and other things like that, it really saves you a lot of time. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like and subscribe, comment down below, let me know what you thought, and if there's anything else that you would like to see, don't forget, I'm on Instagram as The Blind Editor, and I'll see you in my next video.